Well, for the first time in some time, a really positive chalk talk. A Seahawks offense that got it rolling, over 500 yards, tremendous balance, best play calling, best execution of the season. And what I want to focus on is the very first touchdown of the game, because I think it illustrates more than anything, just back to the basics. Players, formations, plays. When you're struggling, when you're 4 and 5, you get back to the very essence of who you are, and they ran it fantastically. In fact, they ran it to the 24. Thomas Rawls sets up a 1st and 10. This is the very first score of the game, eventually to Tyler Lockett, to score in that near red zone. Plus 24 is nearing that spot that's been a real bugaboo for this team. And instead, they get it done by players, formations, plays. Player. Give Russell some space. Give him a chance to decipher and see what's going on. Give a player like Tyler Lockett the opportunity to press it vertically, make a play down the field. Formationally, well, give some indicators to your quarterback. Get yourself a matchup. Take advantage of a matchup against a safety that's playing nickel in Jimmy Huard, and then ultimately execute the play, the finer points of it. So we'll walk through all of it. Players, you get into your 1 back and 3 receiver set, 11 personnel, 1 back, 1 tight end with Jimmy Graham. You're going to get Tyler Lockett into an ideal matchup against press man coverage. So, get your player Russell, get your receiver in a spot to win. Formations, and this is really where this thing gets going. They come out in that 3-by-1 set, and they're going to immediately motion Fred Jackson out. They do this for a couple reasons. They do this, number 1, to make sure they get the matchup they want with Jimmy Huard on Tyler Lockett. Number 2, to make that defense declare exactly what they're going to do. And you see Navarro Bowman come out, and it's a clear indicator when the linebacker comes out that they're going to play man coverage, as is the face masks looking right at the receivers, the press coverage, the single high safety. So immediately, through this formation, you get the matchup you want, and you get the picture for Russell Wilson to know, okay, I'm getting single high, and I'm getting man-to-man coverage. And then you also get, I think, the 49ers into one of the most basic, worst blitzes that you can do against Seattle. There's no line stunt, there's no movement. You've got 5 blocking 5. I don't know why you would necessarily do this against this group up front here that really has its trouble with line stunts and movement, but instead they just rush 5. And this is one of those occasions, one of those 11, where Russell was 11 for 11. Perfect against any pressure they threw at him. San Francisco brings 5. They play man across the board. Everybody is locked up. Everybody is in a one-on-one situation, and guess who wins? Which player wins in this situation? Doug wins really clean. I mean, he runs a beautiful little arrow route, and he gets off the ball. Jermaine Kearse, well, he gets a hand stuck on him, and he's a little slow. And Tyler Lockett, if you want to watch teaching tape as far as a player taking advantage of a matchup, watch these two off the ball. It's almost simultaneous. It's almost a mirror image of their ability to stay clean. Jimmy Huard reaches, and he doesn't touch him. And the minute he doesn't touch him, Russell is seeing out of the corner of his eye. Russell does a wonderful, very subtle job of looking at Eric Reed just for a split second. When you watch it and watch that play again, it's not exaggerated. When you're teaching a young quarterback, you'll see a lot of guys say, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to stare at this safety. I'm supposed to look him off. No, it can be a very subtle movement. It could be a quick pump fake. It is just a very subtle. You'll see Russell's face mask just go to the middle for 1 split second, and that's enough to make sure that he can't come over the top in this 3-by-1 set. A perfectly thrown ball of players getting in the right spot, formationally getting the declaration you want, getting the coverage you want, and then ultimately the finer points, the details, single hitch and throw. Good thing, because Justin Britt gets run over. There's no wasted movement. There's a quick eyes down the field. Tyler Lockett wins off the jam. It's a touchdown. One of many for the Seahawks this day on their best offensive execution, just when they needed it the most.